What's up, guys? It's Smalls in,
And Big, sorry.
and we
I'm
are
s- I'm
back
still doing
here with a new type of video. It's not a normal format. It's something new. It's part of our new series that we're doing for 4 episodes.
Yes, you just saw the intro. Hope you enjoyed that. That was Dom's making. It was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
I really love making it because it was just because I got bullied growing up. So this series means a lot to me. I know you've had some
I've had
bullying,
a little bit. Yeah.
but from a standpoint of getting bullied a lot growing up, just a lot of these words have resonated with me. Except
Yeah.
for you're too tall. I've never been that. So,
Yeah.
that
I mean,
never applied to me. But
that didn't really apply to me really either. It just when girls had crush on me,
Yeah.
that usually is what they said.
did it hurt though when they were like, you're too tall? You're like, I'm trying to be normal size.
No, took it as a compliment. But you know.
Some people would take it as an offense.
Yeah. I don't know who would take that as an offense, but
Well, it was like the nice version of
Oh.
some of the stuff that tall people get.
I guess yeah. That kind of makes sense though.
Like, how's the weather up there?
Yeah.
Can you rap? Are you taller than a giraffe? Oh my gosh, it's a giraffe.
That's my
That
nickname,
sort of
by the way.
stuff.
It's Draft. Dom's called me that for 16 years now.
Just like you're too small is just like touching on like some of the stuff that
Yeah.
small people get called.
Right.
So it's like that. Because I didn't want to spend all day making like 42 slides of like every single
Right.
awful word someone can say to anybody.
Excuse me. Oof. Yeah. I had a
But-
burger today and it was just like made my breath stinky, so I had to go get a mint.
As you guys have seen, this series called Bully Within. We're gonna be talking about just bullying in general and how sometimes when you hate yourself and you bully yourself, you take it out on others because you don't know you're doing that because you're just like so mad at yourself. You're like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're awful and all that stuff. And you don't realize that sometimes you might take it out on others.
Yeah, or maybe you do realize it because it
and
makes you feel better.
Exactly.
Or, something like that.
Or something's big things happening in your life and you don't know how to cope. So you just take it out on others.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely something that I feel like a lot of people have gone through.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so this series is going to be about like just that idea of bullying. What
Yes.
does it mean? Let's
Yeah.
start at that.
So first off, to kind of introduce the series, we got 4 episodes coming up. This
Yeah.
is episode 1.
Full, and by the end of it, I hope you guys we learn together because we want to state this right off the bat. We're not professionals.
Yeah,
We're not therapists. We're nothing like that.
we're just people with experiences that are here to share
Exactly.
our experiences and how we dealt with those.
And we want to. We've done research and stuff like that. We just want to share our opinion on it, and we want to help people out there. Because I know sometimes you feel like you're alone, especially if you get bullied, because that can lead to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to dive into that because that's one of our episodes, is like diving in what can happen.
Yeah, my stuff together.
We want you guys to be hype about it too, because it's like a big project for us to do, because we don't usually do serious stuff.
Yeah, this is our first series, so
Yeah.
and it's serious.
Hopefully you guys like it. Leave a like.
Also,
Subscribe, all that stuff, so we can know that you like it. But the definition is what for bullying?
I'm blind. Sorry, people. A person who habitually seeks to harm or intimidate those whom they perceive as vulnerable. That's the noun version.
Yeah.
Verb is to seek, harm, intimidate, or coerce someone perceived as vulnerable.
Yeah.
So those are the now definitions.
Yes.
Definitions of this century. dive in a
didn't
little bit.
always mean that, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know there's one. I don't remember what era it's from.
So
but
I got it
was,
right here.
It's the level one, right?
Yeah. So coming from the Middle Dutch in the 16th century, bully, Boele, which was translated to bully, Bully, in the mid 16th century, meant lever.
Yeah.
It was an original. The original use was as a term of endearment.
Which is insane to think is like that word used to be like level, of course. And now it just means like someone that wants to harm others.
Yeah, it's
it's
kind of
like-
a drastic flip, huh?
Exactly. Because one side of it's like, oh, I really love you, and the other one's like, I'm gonna make your life the worst it could be. Let's do it right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then it's just, I feel like it's just it always there's something that changed it probably.
Yeah, and then we get into the late 16th century, early and late 17th century. It was used as an adjective for very good, excellent. He got away. Bully for him is the sentence that they used.
Even that is like super drastic too.
Yeah,
You're really good at your job. You're a bully.
you did it.
Nowadays, if you get called bully, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Or if you like it, you're like, yeah, call me a bully. I'm glad I'm harming people. I'm glad I'm making people feel awful. Mm-hmm. Which you shouldn't be glad about that at all.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's going to come back for you.
Yeah, totally. And the drastic change, I don't really know where it came from either. It kind of just
Yeah.
turned into that.
Yeah.
Here's another funny one.
What was another one?
It used to mean corned beef.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It
Even
was a
that's
noun.
drastic.
Yeah.
It's like for food, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Noun informal. Noun bully. Bully beef. Yep. So you just mean corned beef, which is really good, by the way. You should have some of that.
Yeah. But it's changed so much over the years.
And then you got the hockey term for bully.
Which is what?
Starting play in field hockey,
What
in
is
which two opponents strike each other's sticks 3 times and then go for the ball. That's a bully.
it? Okay, that
You didn't know that. That's, yeah.
that kind of relates. That's not a drastic tone either.
No, it's kind of like a fight for the puck.
No. Maybe that's where it like got transformed into like what it is now.
It could. I don't see the
We'll probably have to do a lot of more research to find it.
the origin is the late 19th century,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is originally denoting a scrum in Eton football.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, well, on that note, we have a quote for you. Do you want to read it? Or do you want
Sure.
me to read it?
Sure, I can read it.
I'm okay with reading
We
it.
can switch off here. There's 2 here. We'll switch off for 'em.
Okay.
So kind of like the forms of bullying. This falls into the forms of bullying. This is from Lady Gaga. You know, you don't have to be the loser kid in high school to be bullied. Bullying and being picked on comes in so many different forms. Lady Gaga was bullied in high school a lot.
Yeah.
So she experienced
She-
many
yeah.
different forms of bullying.
And here are some of the bullying types, well, forms.
Yeah.
There's physical, there's verbal, there's emotional, what?
Intimidation.
Intimidation. There's racist bullying, there's sexist bullying, there's cyberbullying. There's, like, that's all of them that we
Yeah.
could find, at least.
Yeah, we kind of did a little bit of research for it.
I feel like a lot of people face in our society is the verbal and physical bullying.
Yeah.
And cyberbullying, because cyberbullying's a lot, because we're on social media so much nowadays. It's easy to just, like, randomly go after someone.
It's true. Facebook mostly. Facebook moms.
So it's just now I don't know what has happened, but it's like now since we have technology, we just think it's okay to like go be mean to people.
Yeah. Well,
Just
I think
because we're anonymous and
I
they
think-
don't know who we are.
bullying is very opportunistic, so that kind of opened up the gateway for anybody who was
Yeah.
like, had a bad day. They could go take it out on some stranger that they're never gonna talk to again.
Yeah.
Um,
And they don't think about like the consequence of like what that person's gonna go through now.
Right. And another thing is they're hiding behind a screen. They're
Yeah.
not face to face with the person.
Yeah.
I
At
know
least
a cou-
my bullies when I was growing up were always face to face.
Well, yeah,
I knew who I was angry at.
that's middle school for you.
I think I've only been bullied once, cyberbullying. It was like, it wasn't even like that bad.
Yeah.
Post was like, oh, you're social, and like they said all the stuff that I'm not gonna say, but they said that, and I was like, oh, and I blocked them.
You're not supposed to tell them about me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it was this guy named Chance Nettleson that said it, but
Just kidding, guys. We
yeah,
didn't bully Dawn.
but
It's okay.
I've definitely been physically and verbally bullied. I
Yeah.
don't know about emotional intimidation. We don't know what that word means. It sounds more like verbal bullying.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I guess my interpretation for emotional intimidation is like using somebody's emotions
Against them.
against them. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Or using your own emotions to
Again.
intimidate somebody
Yeah.
else.
Oh yeah.
Like somebody who's
anger.
angry, throwing a chair across the room, probably
Yeah.
gonna scare some people.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, then I sort of been. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like a lot when you think of a bully, you think of the top two, which are physical and verbal.
Yeah. And cyber, too.
I mean, yeah,
That's kind of the
cyber
big three
Yeah,
nowadays.
nowadays.
For people who are like, I guess for people that are younger, some of them might not
Yeah.
have phones, so they might not have to worry about that. But
Yeah.
they will eventually.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true. And I feel like it's hard. Cyberbullying's a bigger problem now because so many kids have phones.
Yeah.
And they haven't grown up in well, they are growing up, but they haven't grown up in a school system where it's like you get bullied. So then when you get cyberbullied, it doesn't affect you as much because you got the real thing. You got
Yeah.
it in real life to your face. So cyberbullying is affecting them hard because they haven't experienced that.
Right.
And the ones that have, it doesn't affect them as much because they're like,
Well, I mean, it just depends on how well the
and
person's
what they
doing.
say and who they are and how big they are and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you're not that, if you don't like social media that much, like I'm okay with social media.
Yeah.
I have Instagram, I have Snapchat, and I just go on there to like view the people I follow, like send stuff to you and my homies.
Yeah.
But if a random person just came on, it was like you small, I'd be like block. That's it.
Yeah.
But
also, there's
I
a solution.
could
There's
get
a
it.
solution right there.
Yeah, I could get it if they're big on social media and they have like hundreds of followers and they love doing it and all of that stuff. And then someone comes in and is like, you suck. And then you're like, oh, wow. And then you get hundreds of those. And even like a big time YouTubers, some of them just get like hundreds on hundreds
Yeah.
of.
I mean, it kind of comes with the job, though, too.
Yeah,
Because there's
yeah.
always going to be people that don't.
It's always
you.
it's always gonna be like that.
Yeah. It's like,
And then some people don't get that when they become big. They're like, oh, I thought everybody would love me.
right.
Like, if we ever got big, we already have that, like, sort of mindset. Like, we know there's going to be people out there that are going to be like, you guys suck.
Yeah, screw
And
you.
we're
I
going to
don't
be
care.
like, who cares? We're still doing our thing.
I
We're
don't
still
care.
rocking. And I feel like that's just the way we were, like, we grew up. Like, I got bullied a lot, and it has warped my mind to where it's, like, easier for stuff to roll off me than it used to be.
Yeah.
So people be like, you're small, and I'm like, okay. Like, nowadays it doesn't really affect me because the only people that call me small, like, kids that don't know why I'm short.
Yeah.
Like, why are you small? I get that. I'm like, oh, well, I'm just small. I just say that. I don't even explain my story to them because
Yeah.
I'm like, they don't need to be grasped with that.
True.
I'm just small.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, how old are you? And I say, I'm 20. And they're like, really? But you're so I'm almost as tall as you. I'm like, whoa, that's true. But at the end of the day, the kid does it. The kid's just wondering about it.
Type of bullying I wanted to talk about
What?
was manipulation. Oh, sorry, I'm winded from
Yeah.
running up the stairs.
Yeah. I feel like that one could fall underneath the other ones too.
Yeah, but I think there's a specific type of manipulation that kind of falls into its own category here.
Yeah.
And one particular moment that comes into mind is like, or not moment, like situation. If you've watched Ted Lasso, pretty much like using your power to
Yeah.
set somebody up for failure.
Yeah.
I think that's a form of bullying for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of its own thing though too.
Yeah.
But I think that one could fall under its own category too.
Yeah.
If you ever watched Ted Lasso,
Yeah.
it's a really good show, and it talks about, or it's a American football coach who is really good with his team and gets hired by a London soccer coach, or gets hired by a London soccer team to be their head coach. And the reason is because they want to
They want to make it fail.
set the whole team up for failure.
No.
Yeah.
Well.
But it's a really good show if you want to watch that. It's on Apple TV.
Nice.
I got back into the show thing.
That's good.
I feel like we always do that every episode.
What?
We talk about some show that we've watched.
Yeah. Okay, back on topic.
Yes.
The next quote is by Alan. What?
Alan Cohen.
Alan Cohen. I'm
think the
trying
H
to
is
not
silent.
like
I don't actually
Don't
know who
say his
Alan
name
Cohen
now.
is, so I'm going to look him up.
Alan Cohen, and this is what he had to say. All hatred of others is a reflection of self-hatred. All love of others is a reflection of self-love. That one's deep. Especially like the beginning of all hatred of others is a reflection of self-hatred. He's just saying straight out. He's like, if you see people that are like hating on other people, it's because in themselves they hate who they are,
Right. Yeah.
and it's just like it's because I feel like that's a lot of like what people are going through when they bully people. Mm-hmm. They're like, my life sucks, so I'm gonna make someone else feel bad, so
Yeah.
then maybe I could feel something.
Or it goes the other way where it's like, I hate
Yeah.
myself, so I'm going to make my own life harder, too.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's kind of like self-bullying and self-hatred.
Or there is another one where it's like, I'm gonna like do all of these outbursts and all of this stuff so I could get attention
Yeah.
because I haven't had any.
Right.
Or I don't get attention, so I'm trying to drag some on to myself.
Yeah.
I've had those experiences throughout my whole life of kids doing that.
Yeah.
Just
well,
wanting
you and me
attention.
worked in children's class, too, so that was pretty common.
Yeah, it's just I just feel like some people, they don't get enough attention in their life that they feel like they gotta do something.
Yeah.
So if one thing doesn't work, they like try to find an outlet that works. Sometimes they'll make a joke about someone and everybody laughs. Like, oh, got attention. So they keep doing it. They keep doing it. And once
Right.
that attention fades, they move on.
Yeah. And one thing that I've noticed when I've like worked around kids is you can tell whose, parents are going through a hard time,
Yeah.
or, their family is kind of struggling. You can tell who those kids are either because they straight up tell you because they're kids and they have no filters,
Yeah.
or
We've had a couple.
we've had a couple of those. It's like really sad, but it's
I remember one
pretty
kid
funny.
just came up to us at Will Plague, and I don't remember. I think he said my parents are getting divorced, and we were like,
I remember
Oh!
that, and we went, "Oh,
"Well, you want to
Oh,
play toys with
yeah.
us?" And we played toys with them, and we made him laugh and happy and all that stuff.
yeah." He wasn't really sad about it though. He was just
No.
like, he's
I
a
don't
kid,
think he understood what it meant.
right?
So it's like he doesn't know better.
Yeah, and kids are the darndest things.
So if you make a face like, "Oh my gosh," and then the kid's gonna be like, "What's happening?"
Yeah,
So if you just play with the kid, make them feel better.
yeah, and that's called childhood trauma.
What?
The whole situation. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But they'll look back and be like, "I don't remember when that person played with me and was not making a big deal out of it or anything like that." Or
Yeah.
going after it. Because there's like some kids that will going through hard times.
Yeah, I've gotten a few that I
like-
probably can't actually talk about on here,
Yeah.
but like a few kids going
Yeah.
through some stuff that's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's really rough. That should not happen
Yeah.
to a kid.
I was
Um,
like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't do outbursts though because I got enough tension as it is from my family.
Mm-hmm.
But my story was that one that was doing the outburst. I tell people, and I have like 42 other people be like, "So sorry, so sorry." I'm like, wow.
Yeah, so you got any kind of personal short stories you want to tell about any of these?
How about any of those? A short one.
Yeah.
When I was young, there's a lot of stories I've had of people just picking on me. I remember this one kid, fourth grade, and he was walking down the hall, being me. He saw me happy with my friends, and he decided to come out of nowhere. And he was like, "What up, Shorty?" and doing all that stuff. Shorty doesn't mean what you guys think it is nowadays.
Yeah.
He used to meet someone that was short.
Yeah.
So he could be like that. Of course, he called me all the things in the book. It's like, "I can't even see you. You're so small." He'd be like, "Can
I
you
like your
even reach
bully.
this?
I like your bully voice.
Can you even reach this? Huh? Then he'd be like, "You're so stupid." And it's also because a lot of the girls in school and everything like that. Because I was like super happy child. So everybody liked me because I was just energetic.
Yeah.
Which
For sure.
definitely changed once I got
Yeah.
middle school.
Middle school. We'll do that.
I was like, dope. But I was an energetic kid, so I got bullied because of that, because I was short and energetic. And then there's also this other one I remember from kindergarten, which is like super far back, but I remember this. We were standing in a line to go to play, because the teacher had to make us stand in a line. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go play outside, and there's this one girl that I remember I liked in kindergarten. So I was like, I had a crush on this one girl. She was taller than me. Well, everybody's taller than me. And I remember I was just like really into her. We would talk and all that stuff. And there's this other kid that liked her, and he saw that I liked her, so he like shoved me a little bit back to get in line in front of me. I was like, "You stupid!" And the teacher was mad at me, made me go in the back of the line. I remember that.
That's more cute, but that's pretty funny.
What?
The
The "you stupid."
I just imagine
bad.
you stupid.
I was so bad.
Like a little
okay?
kindergarten
I
girl.
was so bad because I was like talking to the girl, and I was just like getting my groove on.
Yeah,
as
what
a
were you guys
kindergartner.
talking about?
We were just talking about
I got a puppy at home.
No, we're
He's
talking
very
about holding
nice.
hands at recess or something like that.
Oh,
Like,
I want to hold your hand at recess.
yeah.
Okay.
She almost said okay.
Maybe.
And then we were just doing kid stuff. It was, yeah. And then Coast the kid shoved me and took my spot.
Yeah.
from me.
That's funny.
I was so mad.
Kindergarten.
Stupid.
I miss
If I
kindergarten.
knew cuss words, I would have used them there. I'm telling you that. I would have been like, like that. Just don't. But no.
You should put bleeps in when you say that.
Make it like a cuss.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you have a story?
I got one that's actually pretty cool. Pretty funny, actually. Freshman year of high school, I had one kid. Well, they kind of started, I guess, 7th grade. There was this 8th grader that was like really, he's just mean, just really annoying, and I didn't like him at all.
Wow.
And he was a basketball player, and I played basketball in middle school and high school. And he was at the time 7th when he was in 8th grade. He was probably a lot better than me, I would say, but I got really good
Yeah.
at basketball.
Nice.
And freshman year, he just started wailing on me
Oh,
in class and stuff, like
like you
talking
punching
crap. No,
him? Okay.
no,
Well,
it was.
When you say
verbal.
wailing on him,
Yeah.
I was like, dang, you were just like
He
getting
throws
beat
wails
up.
at
He just, whoa, whoa, whoa,
No,
just
no, he didn't beat me up.
The teacher did nothing. The teacher just don't get paid enough.
Yep. No, but he was just kind of like, him and his friend were really rude to me in class and stuff, and
Were
they
you
like.
taller than him at this time? Or no, you.
I was about the same height.
Same height.
Yeah, same
So
stature
equal,
too.
Equal playing grounds.
Yeah, we were pretty much equal. So I was on the freshman basketball team, and him and his friend. No, his friend was on varsity, but he was on
So
junior varsity.
His friend was better than him.
His friend was better than him by far.
Dang.
Yeah, his friend was a really good basketball player, but we're playing a 5v5 scrimmage, the freshman team versus the junior varsity team, and let me tell you, we whooped their butts. By the way,
Wow.
that junior varsity team was terrible, but. Sorry if any of you are listening, but it's kind of true. I'm not bad about it.
They type in the comments like, "What the heck?
Yeah.
We did better than you. You guys should go lucky." Sort of
But
thing.
I just kind of got a little scrappy with him, like kind of pushed him a little bit and got really big. And
So you're like me in kindergarten.
yeah, I was like you in kindergarten, like, stupid.
Stupid.
No, but he was like,
What I was.
he was the main guy dribbling the ball up, and
So
I was
he-
guarding him. I
He was
was,
point guard. Oh,
yeah, we didn't really have positions. I didn't have a position really. Actually, no, I didn't have a position. I played every position. I was one of those guys that just had long arms and could just play anything. But I always guarded the top. And I asked my coach, I was like, hey, I told him the situation. He was like, okay, go get your butt in there and kick the crap out of him. And so I went in there.
wow, that coach is
That coach is awesome. He's my favorite basketball coach of all time. I told him if he's not,
he shouldn't tell you to go beat up other
don't care.
people.
Don't care.
okay?
He was the best coach ever. I told him if he if he wasn't coaching varsity basketball my sophomore year, then I wouldn't play basketball, and he wasn't going to, which was sad. But
So you didn't play basketball?
I didn't play basketball my sophomore year, which
Wow.
I regret, but I don't regret. I can't really regret, but anyways, this kid was just the meanest kid, and I was kicking the crap out of him in basketball. And
Wow.
he would come down the court every time. I think I had 4 steals on him.
Wow.
And at one point, he tried posting me up, and I grabbed the ball out of the air, just out of his hand. Like, he went up for a shot, and I just grabbed the ball
So
out
you
of the
did
air.
like the 2K animation.
It gets better. I run down the court, and I just shove him to the ground out of bounds.
Wow.
Coach calls
That's a foul.
foul,
Yeah, I was
obviously.
like,
And
that's
he
definitely
comes
a
back
foul.
at me. He comes at me, gets in my face and everything, and I just like look at him and smile. And then he comes back down the next time, and
Yeah.
I steal the ball and go run it down for a layup.
Wow.
About the coolest thing, like victory ever.
Wow.
But I think he had 0 points and like 8 turnovers. So I think I won that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
What did he play? Did he play when you dropped out?
Yeah, he did.
Then he won.
I think he did, but I don't know if he made varsity or not because he was a
He was
sophomore.
interesting.
Yeah, he was a sophomore. He was a year above me.
And he was on the freshman team?
No, he was on the junior varsity. I was on
Wow.
the freshman team.
Well,
So that's my bullying story, my triumphant bullying story. I'm very proud of it, actually.
yeah. Not all of them are like that, though.
I did cuss him out a few times, but like on the court, my coach got mad at me a few times, but
Yeah, not all of them are like that, though.
Yeah.
Not all stories you get come out as the victor.
right, yeah. But if you play basketball, there's one way to do it.
I play basketball, but I didn't do it in school. And I would have had 0 points. I'm just a very good defender. I would have like 28 steals, like 7 blocks. Whoever I'm guarding would have like 28 turnovers.
Yeah, for sure. 0 for 7.
Exactly. You see me play. I'm a good defender.
Yeah, you actually are a good defender
I'm
for your
like-
size.
For some reason, people doubt me when I'm on the court. But I show them,
Yeah,
don't doubt me.
yeah.
But I have another one, another bullying story. I was giving you like the easy ones I've had. I've had a lot more deeper ones. I've talked about once. I'm not gonna talk about that one again because I felt like it's overused now.
Yeah.
But there's another one that kind of falls in that line. So I'll give you the setting. I was just that morning. I felt like something was bad was gonna happen. Because I usually felt like that, especially in middle school. I didn't have very much friends. The friends I did have, I didn't trust because I knew that something was wrong there, and eventually, it was wrong. But
Right. Yep.
I definitely felt I didn't feel safe. There's only one friend I actually had, and me and him went to the same high school again, and we were really tight friends. There, you know who you are.
That is
No, that's Cooper.
Cooper.
Yeah,
Coop.
yeah. Thaddeus was only like beginning of, not even beginning of middle school. It was like 5th grade, 4th grade. It's like 3rd to 5th. I was with him, and then I left. Which I miss him.
Yeah.
So good friend. I don't know if we would be friends now, but
Yeah.
then we were friends.
Hey, he could have changed by now.
I don't know. We're like good friends, but I'm not like he didn't like anime, and I like
Oh,
anime.
yeah.
So I don't know if we'd be friends.
Hey, I didn't like it.
I didn't like anime for the longest time either, but things
saying.
change.
I just started liking anime like
but-
2 years ago.
So what happened was I went to school, of course. I think this is when I was just starting to walk to school and walk home. So I walked to school, of course. Got there, all of that stuff. Went to class. It was a normal day. I think 3rd period, 4th period, because we had periods in like middle school.
Yeah.
So it was weird. It was like 4th period. I was just chilling in the hallway doing a project with a couple other people. Down the hall was other people doing their project. And we were just joking around, all of that stuff. And apparently someone told me that this one kid was looking for me because apparently I said something about him that wasn't true. So he came marching down the hallway, and it was like during class too. Like somehow he got out. He's marching down the hallway. I saw him, and of course I'm like, "Bro, I did not say that about you." And before I get the chance to say that, I just stand up. He grabs me by my shoulder, picks me up, and slams me against the wall. And I hit my head. I'm like,
Ow.
"Ow, my head!" I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he looks at me, and he was like, "Didn't you say something about like me and my goals? Something about me?" don't remember what he thought I said about him. I think it was like I called him fat or something, which I never did because I only seen this guy like 3 times.
Yeah.
And the only time I talked about him was like, I think I said to one of my like friends I don't trust. I was like, dang, that dude's like, he's gonna kill someone. And apparently that and one of the friends I don't trust decided to go tell him that I called him fat. I guess. So he got me up against the wall. I was like, bro, I never said that. I was like, who did you hear that from? Of course, he said the friend's name, and I was like, that dude was lying. All I said was, I think you're gonna kill someone. And he was like, oh. Then he let me down. I fell to the ground. He was like, if I ever hear you say anything about me again, this will get much worse. And walked away. I just sat there in shock. I'm like, what was happening?
What did your classmates do?
They will
Sit there in silent?
one of them was this school, and she kept yelling at him, I'm gonna go tell the teacher. And there was a dude there, and he just sat there and thought it was like a joke or something. So he was giggling a little bit because he thought I planned this with this dude or something like that. So
Did he tell you that afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
He was like, bro, I would have helped, but I thought it was a joke. I was like, what made you think it was a joke? And he was
My
like,
head still hurts.
he was like, I saw you hang out with that dude once, and I did hang out with him once. That was with the people I don't trust. So it was like that type of group.
Yeah.
It was like a very bad group, and it was like in this huge, like 30 dude like circle we had because 2 kids were about to fight.
Oh, yeah.
So I was there, and he was there, and we were talking about how this other dude was gonna get knocked out. They didn't fight, guys. Okay, it's like
Oh, school fights.
yeah,
I've only ever seen one.
it's like these 2 kids, and they were like, I'm gonna fight you, and then they ended up just not doing it. Like, oh, this is lame.
That was lame.
It's middle school boys. That's what
Yeah.
I just wanted to fit in. Personally, I didn't really want to go to the fight. I wanted to go do other stuff. I was like, this is boring. We're middle school boys. What are we gonna do? It's
Yeah.
not gonna look cool. I'd much rather go watch Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That's who I will watch.
You
if
were
I'm
a
watching
realist.
someone fight.
Yeah.
But one of the friends I've never trusted said we should go. And I was like, why not? But yeah. And then after that, of course, the other story happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just very weird. It was just one of the most weirdest experiences I've ever had of like bullying. It's like out of nowhere too. Because before that, of course I've got like a little shove, all that stuff. Never got picked up, like slammed against the wall.
Did you have a concussion or something after that?
No,
No. He's
we were
your
middle
head hurt.
schoolers,
Yeah.
so he wasn't that buff.
That makes sense.
But it was like I've gotten picked up before by like my family and like some people. But then I threaten them and I say I'm gonna kick you in your nards. And they
Yeah.
go,
I remember that.
and they set me down. But that time I was just in total shock. I wasn't able to say that. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Because usually the person says I'm about to pick you up or something
Yeah.
like that. So it's very weird. Another bullying story. It was like, it was bullying, but not bullying, because some people can see it's not. But this one dude would pretend to be nice to me. It's like fake bullying. And then he would go to his friends, which he was not very smart, because they were like close to me. I could hear them telling jokes about me and everything like that. So it was like fake nice, but behind the back.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I never trusted him in the first place, so I was like, we're not friends. And he was like, we're friends, right? Every time. I'm like, sure, dude, that I don't know. And of course, I would hear him say that. But then
Yeah.
I also had a friend, it was in high school too. I had a friend that would make fun of them. His name was Wesley. He was hilarious. He would say some stuff that you're like, oh my.
That's borderline.
On the fence.
Yeah. Going back to that first one where you were talking about your friend telling that guy.
Yeah.
That kind of fits into the manipulation kind of thing that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
About setting somebody up for failure or setting somebody up to get hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it was definitely that, because if you have heard the other story I've told on the other podcast, it was like connected to that. Because at the time, the leader of our group or whatever was getting jealous of me because I was funny. And all the dudes in our group liked me.
Yeah.
So he was threatened by me. So he just decided to try to either make that dude beat me up or for me to just like leave the group. And then eventually he did the thing that he does.
Right.
Yeah. That kind of ruined my life. Well, my at least school life.
School life, yeah.
Well, because I was like, I ain't doing that. No, thank you. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm dipping. So,
Oh,
what?
by the way, Alan
What?
Cohen is a poet from the 40s.
Wow.
Well, not from the 40s. He was born in 1940. But yeah.
When did he die?
April 29th, 2004.
Dude,
Year I was born.
I was born already
I know.
when he died. Wow.
Yep.
Well, he wrote like an amazing quote.
Yeah, he's a poet, so.
That is true. That is true.
I've always liked poetry. Like, I've always had an interest to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something I've always been interested in. Anyways.
What we're going to talk about is what everybody sees in pop culture now. It's called movie bullies. We're going to talk about the top 10 of them.
Yeah.
I want to,
A lot
before
of
we
these I don't
start,
know.
I want to talk about movie bullies. Everybody knows what a movie bully is, basically. It's basically like the villain of the arc. Well, not always the villain.
It's just the
But it's
stereotypical
just the
bully.
stereotype, the person that makes fun of the main character and all the flaws and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to root against them, and eventually when the protagonist comes out and just beats them in any way you can think of,
Yeah.
and then they end up either two ways: fall apart, the bully, or they like get the redemption
humiliated.
arc. Fall apart is the humiliated, but or the redemption arc where they become a decent person.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the main two, but not everybody is a protagonist and they can take on their bully. Some people can't.
Right.
But these are some of the bullies. You want to start this off?
Yeah, should we go through all of these?
Yeah, let's just do all of them. We have enough time.
We got Bully from the movie Bully in 2001. We got Bobby
Yeah.
Kent.
Nice. I don't know that one, so.
Me
can't-
neither. A lot of these I haven't watched.
Yeah.
But
I
a classic
think I've watched
example of a kid that just doesn't know how to, how or when to stop.
Okay.
So
What's the next one?
it's kind of people just going too far. Regina George from
I
Mean
think
Girls.
a lot of people know.
No, a lot of
Regina
people
George.
know that, but I don't know this one.
What, Gina George?
No, I don't know. I
you
haven't
haven't
watched.
seen 'em?
I haven't watched Mean Girls.
I've watched it a long time ago. A long time ago.
A week ago.
I've watched videos though of people like talking about like good movies, and a lot of people talk about Good Girl.
So she's
George.
just loud and unafraid to speak her mind, and especially when it comes to her classmates.
And she actually fits in what you were saying, the other type of bullying.
The manipulation.
She
Yeah.
does Yep.
Manipulate a lot. Yeah. We got DK, one of my favorites. DK from the
Metcalf.
Fast. Yeah. We got DK from the Fast and the Furious. Tokyo Drift, 2006.
Of course, you like that movie.
It is a good movie. It's one of my favorites. I like this. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. The main character.
I don't.
He
I like Paul
is
Walker better.
very egotistical, so he's very good at what he
Yeah.
does, and he likes to tell people that they're not good. That's pretty much what it is.
And he likes trying to prove that.
Yeah, we got Dudley from the Harry Potter franchise.
Which
A lot of people
a
love
lot of people know
Dudley.
Harry Potter. I know him. I know Dudley because he's like the beginning bully.
Oh, it's Harry's cousin.
Yeah, he's the
Oh.
cousin that makes fun of Harry. And
Oh yeah,
all that
and
stuff.
I forget they don't like his they don't like Harry.
Yeah, because he is a wizard. Or whatever.
But he changes. I think he changes later on in the movies. We got number 5, Buzz from Home Alone.
Oh, bro, Buzz.
Big
I remember
bro.
growing up watching that movie.
Buzz
Makes
McAllister.
fun of him.
Yeah.
It says, if you let out my spider, you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, but he just kind of treats Kevin like dirt. Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket. I haven't watched this personally. Heard it's very good.
Yeah. I can't find any way to watch it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like some movies I see that people are like, it's such a good movie, you should go watch it. When I try to go watch it, it's never free.
Yeah.
It's never on like Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Xfinity for free. It's always like, hey, you want to spend like $10 on this movie you're probably gonna watch once?
Mm-hmm.
No, I would not like spend. What's the next one?
Fred O'Banion, Dazed and Confused, 1993.
Wow,
I have no idea what this is from.
I know the actor.
Yeah, that's Ben Affleck, but I've never heard of this movie.
Yeah, I never heard it before either.
Let's go to the next one. This is, I think
Oh,
everybody knows
everybody
this
knows him.
one. Johnny Lawrence from The Karate Kid, 1984.
Well, we see
Cobra Kai.
he eventually makes a comeback
Yeah, in Cobra Kai,
in Cobra Kai. Yeah.
which is a lot,
Which is like
farther away.
A lot away.
Um,
But even in the movies, he makes a redemption at the end of the movie after he gets beaten.
that's
remember?
true. A little bit.
A little bit, not a whole ton, but
But he also had like a crazy manipulative boss too. That
yeah,
was
in his parents'
yeah.
situation, awful. So you could like see where
Yeah, you
it
can
comes
see where he comes from. He's kind of
Yeah.
taking his stuff out on other people.
because that's what he like has seen his whole life. It's like, hey, you just take it out on people. You do this. This is normal. We don't deal with problems here. That's not what you do.
Yeah. And I love what's his name? What's the actor's name? Daniel LaRusso. His cameos in How I Met Your Mother
Yeah,
when he's at Barney's birthday.
yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Oh, that's so funny.
Um,
I remember that. And like he's just such a nice dude and all that stuff.
yeah.
And
He's like, I'm actually a really nice guy.
And then the Karate Kid dude, the guy that plays the Karate Kid, and
Yeah, he
he's like
shows up.
He's like a douchebag.
Yeah. Somebody
Basically.
Somebody messed him up. Somebody thought he was talking about the main character, but he was actually talking about Danny LaRusso. Mm-hmm. He was actually talking about Johnny Lawrence, which is pretty funny.
They're like, we got the Karate. Yeah, you gotta watch that show if you ever watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I Met
really
Your Mother.
good. I've watched it about 4 times already.
I like I would talk about a serious subject and we're still just
I know, but
go
it just has to come up.
just
It
happens.
has-
It just happens.
And then I'm pretty sure
of
99%
people
of
like
people
this.
have heard of this. The first guy, Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He
He makes a
Draco-
redemption arc.
Does he? I don't know. I haven't
the
watched
end?
the.
I think. I haven't watched it in a while, but I'm pretty sure he does at the end.
Like I've watched the movies, but I haven't really
we might
paid
have
attention.
people in the comments calling me dumb, but I'm pretty sure he makes a
Yeah.
redemption arc near the end.
He wants acknowledgement from others. That's
Yeah.
one of the things.
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
A lot of bullies want.
Yeah. He's kind of psycho.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
What? It's just, yeah. Movie bullies are. It's just amazing seeing movie bullies get like the comeuppance in the movie. Like
Yeah.
once they get the protagonist is like, boom, humiliates whatever they do, and the bully's like, what? Or the ones where like the protagonist has the chance to like demolish the bully, but instead lends a helping hand. The bully's like, what the heck? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's just like, I feel like that's how we should be in instead of how some people want it to be. Like,
Right.
get back at my bully. But then at the end of the day, you never learn anything if you get back at your bully.
Mm-hmm.
But we will talk more about that in episode 4.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
That's branching on
Episode
episode
3,
4.
4?
Episode 4 is forgiveness and
Yeah.
how to forgive. But it's just, I know that a lot of people out there, if you're watching this, have been either hurt by a bully or are a bully and regret the stuff you've done.
Mm-hmm.
And it, from the person, from the side of getting bullied, it sucks. It always sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks just trying to live life. You already think you're weird. You already are thinking these things like, well, I'm so weird, all that stuff. And it doesn't help that people are conforming it,
Right.
sort of thing.
Yeah, and then it kind of heightens your own self-hatred and stuff.
Exactly like that. And the people that are using their self-hatred to, like, take it out on others, that's not good either, because you're not dealing with it. All you're doing is shoving it on other people.
Right.
You're like, here you go.
Instead of dealing with your own stuff.
All the feelings I have, I'm shoving out on you.
Yeah.
You deal with it.
But
you
at the
deal
end of
with
the
me
day,
acting
does
like
it really solve the problem? No.
No. At the end of the day, all you're doing is you're making someone else's life difficult just because you don't want to deal with your own.
But you're still going to deal with it.
At the end of the day, yeah, no matter what, you're going to deal with it.
Whether it's therapy in 5 years or
Whether
maybe
you're
a
going to
year, I
have,
don't know.
whether you're going to grow up, have kids, and then your kids are going to see that you're doing that to people or you're doing it to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch as the people that you love leave your life because you can't deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you need
Brings
to
back
learn.
a lot of memories of working in sales.
Yeah.
Was like there's especially at a golf place. There's a
Yeah.
lot of unhappy, sad old guys that just really hate you, and for no reason.
Yeah.
Like I'm a nice guy, but
No.
these guys just hated me for some reason,
Well,
and I don't understand.
I don't think they hated you.
Oh yeah,
They just
they
think
straight
a
up
lot
told
of
me
people,
sometimes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just they grow up and there's either the people that end up dealing with their stuff, or the people that don't, and they live a miserable life because of it.
Yeah,
Because like, why do I feel this bad? Oh, it's probably because why do I see people around me so happy when my life sucks?
yeah,
So let's make your life suck.
mm-hmm, yeah.
And I think as
And it's really easy to put that on the barista at Starbucks.
yeah, I think as a people, we need to get better at that. We need to look at ourselves and be like, why are we doing this? Why are we being mean to that person?
Yeah, why am
Why
I
are
yelling?
we being mad to our server? They're
Yeah.
just trying to give us food, and yet we're
Yeah.
being mean to
Yeah.
them.
And like, yeah, they mess up every once in a while, but it's not really.
I think we need to stop taking our aggression out on other people
Yeah,
and deal with it ourselves.
yeah,
Like,
Try being more loving.
that could look like you going to therapy.
yeah,
If you really need it, you should go to it.
yeah.
Good thing.
If you feel like you got a problem, you should probably go solve it.
Yeah.
Maybe therapy is the thing to do.
Sometimes you just need to talk about it. It's
Yeah.
like it's just whelming up in you, and you just need one person to sit down and listen to you.
Yeah.
Find that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we created this series, is because we've seen so many people that are just like aggressive for no reason. There's no reason to be. We have one life to live. One. We don't have 42. We have one. Why take all your aggression out on people?
Right.
Why do that?
Right. Just be
On your deathbed,
very
you're gonna
loving
look back.
person.
On your deathbed, you're gonna look back and be like, "Why was I like that?"
Yeah, and I
There's
got
so
one.
much I
I
could've
got
done.
one specific person I'm kind of targeting here on this here. That means the builders and the dumb contractors as well. He knows who he is.
I think it's just, I feel like it's easier to take our aggression out on people.
Yeah, for sure.
So we just do it.
Yeah.
Well, like, this is the easier option. Dealing with my stuff, that seems way too hard. Let's not do it.
Yeah.
But we need to actually deal with it. Because it's not going away. It's never going to go away.
Right.
I've learned that.
Well, I feel like it could go away. You just have to maybe go see somebody about it.
Yeah, but that's on the lines of getting help.
Yeah.
And making it better.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you don't do anything.
Oh,
you just
yeah.
leave it there. It's never going to go away.
Yeah. That's right.
I dealt with a lot of stuff in my past. And I didn't want to deal with it. And then I would have outbursts on people that didn't deserve it. And I've learned. I've dealt with it. All that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed I've been a much kinder, more relaxed person.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like a lot of people just need to like take some time, figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
That's not for every people. There's some people that are sitting, dealt with their problems, and they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. I'm talking about the people that are just taking their aggressions out on people for no reason.
Or themselves.
Or themselves.
Yeah.
It's not good to hate yourself. As we just read the quote.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we pretty much don't have any more time, so we're going to read you this.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I just went off
no.
on a spell. It was a good one, though.
It was good.
You got me. High five. We did good. We keep that in. Everybody's going to see that. Good.
Yeah.
It boosts, I think.
I know.
But we
got one
on
quote.
that note, we have one more thing that's going to tie into next week's episode. We're going to read it at the beginning. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, we'll read it right now, and then we'll explain it.
Yeah.
Next episode, at the beginning of the episode. This is from Malcolm X. We cannot think of being acceptable to others until we have first proven acceptable to ourselves.
Yeah. Well,
Mic drop. All right.
that's going to be all for this week. See y'all next week.
Yep,
We
tune
will
in.
do episode 2. Okay? So come back for that.
Yes.
If you guys want to learn more and grow with us throughout the series, come back for episode 2 and come back for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you thought this was really enlightening, like my little spat I had at the end, we really want you to come back. This is a passion project for us. So,
Yeah, for sure.
see y'all next week.